and super late. There is no middle ground to that without a snowball going.
Yeah. For the carry, there's some leeway to actually just go down once or twice. And you can, if you do have a good early game, you might be popping off by the time that you reach mid-game. And that's how the carry works.
All right, well, given this unorthodox draft by RQ Hoshi, everything lays on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, this is game number 4. Bren Sports looking for the elimination onto the King of Kings, RQ Hoshi. Gentlemen, let's get it.
The King of Kings here is definitely putting a lot of high stakes on this carry in hopes that if she could get really ahead, that Baxia may not be a problem in the late game phase where you can just kite them out itself. So I'm definitely getting where exactly they're going for instead of the Bruno that you did mention might not be the best of choices.
Yeah, and again, your pick, your mention of oh wait, hold on, this might be a bit of an engagement. Cartesi going up forward really aggressively. The Cosmic Lance already landing, third hit, a G could go, and all of a sudden, Psycho, who isn't level 2, who really needed to be level 2 there to save their Eudora, IR7 trying to salvage the situation, but back to mid.
Lusty and the crew, they were fast on their fingers just to punish that risky play from Vin. Vin tried to steal the purple buff, it didn't work.
It's not the greatest of plays here, but it doesn't mean RRQ is out just yet. The first bloods usually don't mean too much as long as you don't get to translate into anything in Brent. No buffs, no steals, no wave clear, no wave clears, no invades as well. So technically it's still just, you know, slightly ahead.
Yeah. And it all depends on who we see gets his first item. There's this first item power spike that we're talking about when it comes to a carry or a Claude.
And speaking of which, we're already seeing a lot of invades coming from the side of our RQ, while Lusty is trying to play that in-your-face chill, and definitely not the bush that he wants to move in for, but Whiskey trying to go for a catch.
He misses the Wrath of the Dryad, so that would have been a really nice catch if he was able to land that. But at least they buy a little bit of pressure to get this turtle. But can Bren capitalize on this here? You can see a lot of their members rotating fast, and not to mention Baxia is coming in hot.
And this is a way to just catch Psycho and the others. They wanted to stop the effectiveness of this Baxia, but there's a fight happening right now. Look at this. Psycho gets caught out, and Zen and the others are just forced to go back. They can't do anything. They can't punish.
I'm not sure why exactly that Psycho went back in, because none of these members are actually responding towards this, and very obviously that was a miscommunication.
Yeah, it just seems like there was a little bit of disconnect there for the entire team of RQ. Were they sure they were going in? Were they unsure they were going in? They had to make that decision, and they have to make it fast.
They just got caught out, and a few won't be holding back on the trigger of his Imperial Justice.
Yeah, I mean, right now Bren is just playing a little bit more in sync in comparison to RRQ. But RRQ, they don't have, you know, they're not so in the dumps in terms of their economy. They're still relatively even for the most part of it. 8K to 7.3K. It's only going to be a 6 to 700 differential overall. And Sin, he's going to need to start quickly ramping up into this game. He needs to at least get the Demon Hunter Sword into Golden Staff to make sure that Flapteezy, Flapteezy on this Baxia a little more ineffective.
Yeah, I definitely gotta say that this Kaltizi is ramping up way faster in that sort of sense as compared to Sin at the moment. But Flapteezy, now that RQ Hoshi has already known what to expect coming from the first game, he's going to be facing off against R7 at the moment. This is honestly not going to be going all too much anywhere, but eyes are on that river right now because Matilda is looking for a setup.
Psycho and View will meet each other in the brush, but I don't think RQ Hoshi would just be initiating on a Sylvana support right now. There is a lot of things that they have to consider, and they have to bring Sin to the point where he gets the endless battle, Raptor Machete and endless battle, then just go from there.
Yeah, and it's important, and I think, you know, they have to itemize correctly for the side of RRQ. We see the Talisman already being purchased on R7, but this is going to be the fight that we're looking for. Psycho going to get hit by Flapteezy initially, but a shield of Baxia as Whiskey, he is on this side dealing with few with no problems, but the rest of RQ, they are looking for the disengage. 3-man hit from the G Kundo, way of the Dragon as well. Not going to be enough as they are able to get the damage from Rebo's feathered airstrike, but now they're going to call it off. They trade 1 for 1. Can they get one more? Whiz King finally goes down. As you can see, Kaltizi, he is very comfortable in his position, and RRQ forced to back away.
Definitely unfavorable for RRQ Hoshi. Not only will they eventually lose out on this turtle, just look at the picks. They've managed to annihilate all these key components, and Finn once again get caught out. And well, just Bren Esports knowing what exactly to do, and just like how they do best. All the turtles in priority.
R7 going to take the full brunt of damage from the Blazing Duet. Doesn't look like he was able to stack up his Art of Thievery to maximum before coming in. But, you know, R7, he just laughs. Aha! Go back into lane. Let's see what else is there to happen.
But Flap, on the other hand, gets gone out, and that's going to be a lot of ultimates getting thrown into him. Flap DZ! Will he still escape that? No, he won't. But look at the commit. Resources, skills, all the damage that was thrown out. How tanky is that Baksha?
Yeah, literally 4 ultimates came out of them.
Oh, I'm just watching that. If he's just gonna be popping that rejuvenation, he can definitely last for days. And now here comes another little bit of the tussle here. And mind you, they expend everything just to get one.
Well, at least they didn't get anything in return. Wait a minute, Lusty trying to make the big play here. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually hit it. Good preemptive attack coming in from RRQ, but Kaltizi coming in pretty on hot. Doesn't get too much damage from his Blazing Duet. Not a lot of value. Bren need to start pulling back away, but this is RSQ to look for that re-engage. They're getting a little antsy as they move closer towards their jungle. They just don't know where the rest of the team is yet.
Yeah, and of course, this is going to be very vital for them to just cut in all these spellbands, but Zin gets caught out in the mid side. Brand looking all too hot. He's going for a bit as well. Just look at Kaltizi. He's already 3-0.
He is very happy with the amount of damage he's had there. Even diving, Kaltizi, he's going in hard with the help of Flaptizi to enable him to go under the turret.
Whiz
Way of the
King?
dragon onto Whiz King here as they try to secure this off. Rather, the Dryad isn't enough. Kaltizi only losing 50% of his HP to take it out. What great play coming in from Bren to ensure this dive is successful.
Now, RRQ Hoshi, they still have a chance to get back at this. They need to fight the opening. They need to find a breather. But Carl is just going wild. This is the confidence that we're talking about. Kitchen and Contra.
Speaking of confidence, you know, they might just be the end of the year because they've already taken down Alter Ego, and now they are finding every single way to punish RRQ Hoshi.
A true test of might, but not only that, Bren, it feels like they have a lot of momentum riding behind them with a lot of their moves. It is very concise, it is very clean compared to their first 2 games where you can definitely see that there were a couple of misplays here and there, but overall, Bren just making the right decisions each and every time.
You won't hold back on just using the Imperial Justice. He knows that he has a low cooldown time just because of the pull yourself together. He's not gonna try and conserve that as much as possible. He knows that if you catch ones here, he is able to get the kill as well.
Speaking of getting a kill here, it's going to be Finn there, and it's Blazing Duet towards RRQ, but they're putting them back as they manage to get the catch on towards Kaltizi as well as Lusty. Flaptizi eventually will fall, but look how much it's taking out of them to get this pick. Field walks away alive, but there's still Ribble at the back. Better airstrike gets one, and the Eudora goes down again.
Great return kills coming in from Bren's side. They lose 3 out of great execution from RRQ. A great mechanical play, especially using the Circle of Eagle to make sure that Kaltizi, Blazing Duet, I'm just going to circle around you till it's done.
This is one of the things that I'm telling you about RQ Hoshi. They can find these little openings and they can punish Bren Esports. Now, Bren Esports, they might have the lead now, but they should be careful into picking their plays. There are times where you can get to, let's say you can be overconfident, just go at him and just lose Kaltizi in the process. Item check is up right now. That is going to be Demon Hunter Sword, the Golden Staff, Rebo with the Clock of Destiny, Winter Truncheon, Lightning Truncheon rather. Few is with the Necklace of Durans. Onto the other side here, Cursed Helmet on Whiz King, Bruce Force Breastplate on R7.
Oh, there goes the fight.
Oh, they're already going to begin again. Circle Eagle starting off, but R7 is going to get absolutely destroyed by this Blazing Duet coming in for a fully stacked Kaltizi here. Unfortunately, he goes backwards with Van Image, so he can't get into the fight, but they do find another one. They're looking for the pincer. Flaptizi coming in. Poissons as well. They've cut them out. Bren looking to cut them off as Whisking, trying to slow down the damage. Now Sin needs to turn this around. He's got the items finally, but unfortunately, it ain't going to be enough. His range is just a little too short.
Oh my goodness. Well played from Bren. Like, they saw opportunity and they took it right there, especially with RQ all stuck in that choke point. At first, they picked out R7 and Whisking was all the way out of that fight already, and he joins way too late.
Sin is trying his best to just control this game. You know what? He wants to get the farm. He really just wants to carry. But the thing is, Bren Esports has just a lot of control. The back is just controlling them way too much, and the throw.
Psycho.
It's a pickup.
Gets hit by way of the dragon. Sin next to fall. No, that's the worst person that wanted to die for the side of RQ. And now R7 is on the run. They've already taken out Eudora as well. The cop is falling apart as Bren allowing them to say, hey, make a mistake. Face check me. I won't let you get away.
This is definitely very punishing because this might just cost them this final run right on the lower brackets. They're already pummeling down the base. That timer is already up. Psycho is going to be coming out of the base. But Bren, they can easily go on for this Lord.
Bren, now they're clearing the side waves first. They're trying to punish, trying to take away the economy again. And RRQ are realizing they are on a ticking clock here. They don't have a lot to work with. They're running out of resources on top of everything else. But can Bren close out this game here?
The Lord is now their target, and that's what they aim for. They get the extra help from the Lord. They know that they need to be safe at threading this game-ending play that they're gonna do. There are still outer turrets onto the top lane, Gideon, Contra, and as you can see, Bren Esports knows that this is only the level 1 Lord, not the Luminous Lord.
Level 1 Lord or not, I mean, Bren wants to take this advantage and just really press down on the advantage even harder. And if this doesn't go well, at least at the worst, RRQ go even with Bren and it starts all over once more. But if Bren get ahead, they end the game and they take this series and they go to the grand finals.
And now it's really relying on Sin so much that a lot of all these Athena shields have already been purchased. There's going to be more magic resistance coming in towards this late phase. Yep, they're going to be clearing off the Lord over the mid side, but Bren going for the dive!
Oh, it's going really hard. They already get bit in the process. R7 is now pulling on back. He wants to go back into the base to get some help, but Sin, he's locked down in Imperial Justice, but can they peel him up? Finally, Whisking is in position to do so. They lose 2 inhibitor turrets at the same time here, but Bren, they're going for the end. This is it! Bren trying to pull on forward. RQ clearing the waves as much as they can, but they're throwing their bodies as soon as they do. Lusty, he's done it. He's brought more glory. Welcome to the grand finals, Bren Esports.
This is the first time that Indonesia is out of the grand finals. Bren Esports, Burmese schools, get yourself ready for that best of 7.
If that's not a statement for one.
What a new age the Indonesians have to step down. Contra, you were saying, you were asking a question?
This is history in the making. We are definitely seeing this trophy going on to a new nation. And wow.
At least.
At least. You can't see this right now, but Ducky's off screen jumping up and down. He is so proud of his boys, and I can only understand.